What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so Shaquille O'Neal has rejected Dwight Howard's offer or suggestion that the two go at each other in a boxing match. Now, in the wake of the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fiasco, I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't even enjoy the damn thing because of the buffering issues. I only really saw a couple of things when it come to that fight. All I saw was Mike Tyson's ass and a little bit of action in the first round. The rest of it, buffering issues. But the thing did very, very well despite all of the technical issues, despite the fact that you had a 60-year-old man go up against a 27-year-old man. The thing got 60 million views from Netflix, the best ratings, I think, of any event in Netflix history, if I read that correctly. A lot of money. So, in the wake of this, you have a lot of B-list celebrities, A-minus list celebrities, once were, never were, but now kind of are. Former athletes want to get into the act. So Shaquille O'Neal, from what I understand, was talking to some former athletes about, I think this, it might seem like, from what I'm reading, it could be a tournament or something like that, where some former NFL guys will fight some former NBA guys, right? Older guys, guys part of our generation growing up, guys who a little bit older than us, but guys we grew up watching in the late 90s or 90s, 2000s, maybe in 2010s. But anyway, Dwight Howard approached Shaq on X, formerly known as Twitter, and said, "Hey, Shaq, what's up? Let's make some bread." Talking about fighting each other in the ring. Then Shaq responded, "Gotta have more than one ring to get in the ring with me. I'll stick with a real champion like Rob Gronkowski, former NFL player, and you can have the Superman belt. All yours, buddy." Then Dwight Howard responded to Shaq saying, "My bad, I didn't read the rule book." Shaq then explained, "If you would have read it, noticed it says NBA versus NFL. With that being said, you can box an NFL guy, and then if you win, then you can get the Jones of the big man. Hashtag the GOAT. Hashtag only one Superman. You wait till I'm 50 to challenge me. That's funny. Just join the show and let's whoop some NFL guys. And if you make it to the Hall of Fame, then we'll do it." Shaq crazy, man. Look, man. I'm sorry for the audio issues, man. I know what's causing it. I'm gonna stop doing what I've been doing, and I think that's what's causing the audio sometimes not to play. But anyway, we all know that these guys have been going at each other. Really, honestly, it's more Shaq going after Dwight Howard. Shaq has a history of being rather harsh on younger big guys in the NBA. I know where some of it comes from. Some of it comes from the fact that Shaq got it when he was in the league. Well, when he first came to the league, a lot of big guys, the great big men, I should say. In particular, Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind. Even Bill Russell, Bill Walton, Kareem. They were kind of harsh on Shaq, but I know where it came from. It came from the fact that he was being called one of the great big men because of his size, stature, strength. But he hadn't achieved anything. Remember, Shaq was on the All 50 team only 4 years into his career. He was selected the All 50, top 50 great as far as centers. A lot of people feel like he didn't deserve that. And even Shaq knew that. Matter of fact, he called Dominique Wilkins apologizing to him, saying, like, as if it's his fault, apologizing that he got into the top 50 team, but he didn't. Now, of course, the NBA righted that wrong and finally included Dominique when they expanded the top 75. But anyway, Shaq has been very, very harsh on Dwight Howard, man. It all starts from the slam dunk contest when Dwight Howard came out with the Superman cape and all of that gimmick, and Shaq felt like he stole that from him. When in reality, neither one of these guys own the Superman moniker. They don't own that. When I think of Superman, I think of Christopher Reeve. I think of George Reeve. I think of Dean Cain. I think of what's the actor now that played him that just got fired? Man of Steel actor. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Henry Cavill. I think of those guys. And plus, Superman is Superman. But anyway, DC Comics. DC Comics own that trademark. But anyway, he's been very hard on Dwight Howard, man. Look, if these two fought each other, in my opinion, and it's just me, I'm not the biggest boxing expert, but one of the things I've noticed from observing boxing is that anybody that's exceedingly tall and big, well, you know that people who are really big expend a lot of energy. So Shaq, being a big guy, I think at this stage, even if he got into the best shape of his life, well, the best shape he could possibly get into right now, not in his life, we can get in the best possible shape at age 52. And you got Dwight Howard, who's not far removed from being involved in competitive sports. He just retired from basketball. I believe he was playing basketball earlier this year overseas. He's 38 years old. He's a big guy, but a little bit smaller than Shaq. I would assume if he got into great shape, Dwight Howard is probably like 6'9" 3/4" or something like that. I would assume, too, that if he got in the best shape he could get, he's probably about 250. He'll get down to 250, 255, probably walking around 275 now. Shaq has been as heavy as 450. Shaq, even if he got into great shape, he'd probably still be around 340, 350, right? You take that into account. You take into account that big guys sometimes, even though they're big, they don't always generate the greatest power, because in boxing it's not about always how strong you might be, because Shaq is very, very strong. But it's a lot about leverage and stamina and mobility. And at this age, I can't see Shaq being a great fighter, especially when it comes to mobility and endurance. He's 52 versus Dwight Howard's 38, I believe. That's a big difference when it comes to athletic competition, a big difference. And I can't really see Shaq beating Dwight Howard in a boxing match at this stage of his life. That's just an educated guess on my part. No matter how you feel about Dwight Howard's personal life, and let's be honest, it really is none of our goddamn business anyway, right? Although, he puts a lot of stuff out there. But he's still closer to his athletic prime than Shaq is. Shaq hasn't been close to his athletic prime in about 20 years. So me personally, I think if they fought each other, Dwight Howard would beat him. He's not gonna knock him out, but I think he would just beat him on points. Look, Dwight Howard, I don't know if he should be top 75, but there's no way in hell Dame is top 75 and Dwight Howard is not. Either both of them aren't, or Dwight should be in position to be in that top 75 and you kick Dame out. Because even if Dwight Howard didn't meet his potential, he did something that you can't take away from him. And that is that he beat a team. Well, I can't say he did it, but he led a team in defeating a LeBron Ramon James team that everybody was just, we were certain they were going to go to the NBA Finals. Certain. But he led a team to the NBA Finals. Dwight Howard did that. You know what I mean? Even though Kobe and the Lakers dispatched them easily, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, I think Shaq is afraid to get into the ring with this guy, man. He knows what's up. That's why he put up that point about him being over 50, because he knows if he got in the ring and he lost to Dwight Howard, after all the shit he's talked over the years about Dwight Howard and his athletic achievements, he knows if he loses to Dwight Howard, on top of that, the fact that Dwight Howard is known for the zest. If he loses to Dwight Howard, he know he's going to be clowned on social media. Clowned. So I don't see him getting in the ring with Dwight Howard. Nah, he's not going to do it. I can't see it. I'd be shocked if he did some celebrity exhibition, bout. But to show you how dead boxing is, I think people would pay for it. I think people would pay for it. They ain't going to pay a tremendous amount. They ain't going to pay like $100. But hey, if this is about that was aired on Netflix or something, like we just saw, as like a joint card with other former athletes going at it, like if this was like the featured bout on a night of boxing on Netflix where other celebrities, fighters, or even maybe even some former stars, like entertainment stars, this still show you how much of a clown show boxing's become, man. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.